Hi, this is Coach Michael and Andrea. Thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, let me share some important things. First, this routine is not for everyone. It's only for men who want to be strong, with a six-pack, flexible, and coordinated. It's only for women who want to be slender, toned, with flat abs, and also flexible and coordinated. It's only for those who want to exercise from home, doing a mix of strength or toning exercises and basic movements from yoga, martial arts, dance, or sports for coordination and flexibility. On the blog, there are bodyweight exercises so that you can still exercise with us without equipment. Click on the link below the video to join us as we do the full routine. Thank you ahead of time for liking and sharing the video or giving us some suggestions as how to improve. Let's get started. I'll be teaching Andrea the woman's part of the routine for the first time. She's already done a lot of them too, so she's familiar with a lot of the movements. Follow me for the man's part. I'm going to explain the exercises in the routine right now, and I have them written down because every day we make a new routine. The first thing I'm going to cover is one of the activities we're going to be doing in the warm-up. It's a little circuit. If you're doing it at home and you don't have a bag or things like that, then you can simply be doing shadow boxing and simulating what we're doing as best as possible. So it's going to be a circuit. One person will be here. If there were two, you'd split it up, and one person is going to be here on the bag. So we'll hang up the bag instead of the TRX. And it's a really light bag, so thank you very much, Andrea. And we'll just put it up right here. So what we're going to be focusing on is intensity. So we're going to have one person here on the bag. We have an option. We can be using the equalizer, whether it's pink or yellow, doesn't really matter, is using the equalizer here and doing one of three different types of kicks. Really the options you'll be having are, and doing it with intensity, are kicks going under, but not just, one option would be to be doing kicks and kicking. That's not how we want to be doing it. What we want is intensity. So as many times as you can do with one leg in the time, and then obviously you're switching. So let's just say 20 one leg, 20 the other leg, and then we'll be doing the same thing with the other leg. We also have the option where if you want to use the equalizer so that you can lean over more and have a kick that's more, that's even higher, you can go ahead and do that. So we'll be combining this with really three kicks. The kick that goes underneath, basically like a groin kick. We'll be doing it with a front kick. And when we're doing this, again, what we want is intensity. And this is a kick where we're basically striking with the ball of our foot. And there's another kick, a push kick, where again we're pushing with the whole foot, the whole ball, the whole flat part of our foot. So it's again intensity with these four types of kicks. If you want, you can work in the side kick, where you're coming up, your knee up, turning to the side, and kicking with both legs. And you can also use your hands on the equalizer to help keep your balance and focus really on the core of what we're doing is really kick as many times as you can with your foot. So, for example, if I wanted to use the equalizer for support, what I would do is I put it down here, and then I'm kicking as fast as I can. Person one. Person two is here, and they're doing shadow boxing. For guys, I would recommend doing some shadow boxing with weights in your hands. You're going to be back in the normal position you would be with the ball of your back foot, your forward foot bent, and your abdominals tight, and you'll be doing, you have punches, uppercuts, you have hammer fists, and we'll leave it at that when we'll add in the roundhouse punch, and also moving. The key here is that what we're going to be doing is doing as if you had four people that you were fighting with. So one would be here. You can do one or two punches. You're going to turn. Again, different punches. And then number three, and go ahead and do it in all different directions as if you were going in a circle. You can also mix in the same kicks, knees, as you're doing that. For girls, you don't need the weights in your hands. That's not necessary. You have an option that you can hold the sandbag and really focus on kicks. And while you're doing this, really focus on your abdominals. That'll help keep them in. Alternatively, you can not use this, and you can be using your hands too. But always make sure you're keeping your kicks in. And when you are, you're using your hips and your abdominals. So instead of just lifting up your knee like this, you're really thrusting it. And the same goes for any type of kick. You're really thrusting it. So to cover the different options, why don't you come and do them with me? We have elbow. Notice I'm using my whole body for my hips, moving my body, up, coming down, and coming down. We have hammer to the side. We have hammer to this side. And don't extend your arm all the way, just go like 98%. And then we have the kicks, and we have the knees. So knees, I'm thrusting forward with my hips. We have a kick, which would be the ball of our foot, basically striking with the ball. We have the kick where I'm bringing it up to my chest and pushing them out. Again, really bringing my upper body back. So we have a bunch of combinations we can do. One person's going to be the switcher. They're going to go and count, and then they'll switch. So that'll be part of the warm-up. Once we get to the main routine, we're going to be doing swings. So go ahead and grab a sandbag, and I'll be doing it with the black sandbag. And what we're going to be doing is the equivalent of a kettlebell swing, but with a sandbag, which is wonderful. But make sure more than anything, because this has water in it, so it's going to be moving inside, unlike a kettlebell that's solid, is really tighten this. Even hit yourself right there. Don't hit yourself. Okay, so you can do this with one hand or two hands. You're gonna let it swing back, and then as it comes up, you're gonna be in this motion. So it's gonna be going down, and you're gonna be pushing your hips forward. So the motion's from your hips when you're doing it. So let me take a pink bag so I can do it slowly. It's really light. So the motion's going to be, let it swing back, make sure nothing's behind you. Looking up, and bring it up. You can use it with two hands, up, throw your hips forward. You can even come up and switch hands in the air. Make sure you catch the same one you used when you went up. The key here really is to keep your abdominals really tight as you're doing it. The next exercise in the circuit is going to be the equalizer two-arm press, or two-arm pull-up, basically. And this would be for me, for the guy. If the girl wants to do these are good too, to keep in mind as, for potential future reference. So, what this will be, hands on the outside of the equalizer, your feet up here. So the basic motion would be pulling yourself up. There you go. And the alternative motion is you're going to have one leg up. So you combine this with a foot press. So as I go up, foot press, down. Foot press, down. And then you can switch right midway through and do the same thing with the other foot. The next activity, while I'm doing that, you'll be doing one of your favorite exercises. I know you requested it, was the TRX leg up and leg crunch. So this is a great TRX exercise. And if you want, why don't we do this? I'll do it on one side, and you'll go ahead and do it on the other side. So I'm good without it. Oh, thank you. Even better with it. So the motion will be, you're You're going to have one foot in the TRX, and you're going to have your hands down. You have a couple of different options. Let me move this out of the way. You can either be on your forearms, or you can have your hands up. So what you'll be doing is coming in, show you, get a little closer. You'll be bringing yourself in. It's a crunch. And then with your free leg, you'll be lifting it up as high as you can, and then bringing it back down again. And you'll be feeling it in the buttocks. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that one more time. You bring it in, bring it out, lift up, down, and then repeat again and again. Sorry about that. Let me grab this. And if you're doing it solo, what you want to do is put your one foot between both so that it stays. But you can do two people at once as well. Next, we're going to be doing together on back a 360-degree rotation with kicks, which I was looking on Facebook today, and there was an individual who requested core exercises for men, and this is a great core exercise for men that one can do, and it also has a secondary effect that it has its foundations in self-defense. So the basic motion is you're on the ground, somehow you fall. Right? So you're on the ground. You're going to be in a great defensive position, which is one foot on the ground and one foot turned out. The forearm's important, but at the same time, don't worry about it. You're going to lift up your hips, and you're going to kick. You're going to move, kick, move, and you're going to come all the way around 360 degrees. Let me show you the application. Is basically, let's say someone just pushed you down and they're going to come at you, boom, hit him right there in the knees, boom, hit him in the knees, and he's going to go back. It gives you a couple of seconds. You can now get up and go get away. Okay? So, good job. But at the same time, it's a great abdominal workout, which is really why we're putting it there. The next one is doing curls using the sandbag. I'm going to start with the heavy one, and then I'm going to go down to the light one. But for demonstrations, I will use the lighter one. Like I recommend everyone you'll see on the heavy one that it's heavy for me. I filled it up with some more water, and it's heavy. So I'll do as many as I can with that, and then I'll go down to a lighter weight so I can burn it out. You can use with my hands, in this position. We can do the curls, and basically the keys are my knees are lightly bent, my abdominals are tight, my shoulders are back. That's the ideal form, and the ideal is to keep the form while you're doing it. So we can also rotate over here to a hammer curl. Coming up and coming down. We have an isolation curl. We can also use these sides, grip onto them, and do an upward curl, which is another option. I'm going to be focusing on the straight and the hammers today. While I'm doing that, you'll be using the TRX again. I know you requested TRX. We have a bunch of different objects around here, so pick something that you prefer, you'd like to jump over. We're going to just do it with the sandbag, but there's a big punching bag. You're an athlete, pick something bigger. I heard a gasp to my right. Or pick something smaller, that's fine too. If you don't want to jump over anything, that's fine too, right? We're here to, okay. So what you're going to want to do is hold on to this. If you're doing it with two people, you'd each have one side, and you're going to lunge down to one side. Don't touch the ground. Come up, come back and lunge, or bring your leg through almost to where you'd be putting your shin down on the ground. And when you're doing this, make sure that your front leg, the knee, is never passing the toe. So that means you're going to be kind of leaning back a little bit more as you bring yourself down. Let's go ahead and do it with this. But again, if you want, grab the punching bag so you have something bigger to jump over, which I think would really be really good for you. Good job. The next one, the guy will be doing are the TRX pull-ups. If you have a pull-up bar, you can use that as well. And simply what you'd be doing here is bringing this up to really the highest position that you have. Thank you so much. And then you can hook these up here on the hook so they're a little bit out of the way of your face. And you'll be doing pull-ups. This is a great bodyweight exercise, and the goal here. I mean, the ultimate goal would be for all of them. You're going to be keeping your legs right at a 90 at perpendicular angle like this. And an alternative is you can actually have your feet on the ground, one foot, and now you're pulling up. So what you'll see me do is I'm going to do as many as I can with my feet up, and then if I need to burn out the last couple, is I'll put my feet down. If you can stay up the whole time, that's even better. Next is a wonderful exercise. Mark just sent me a video this morning, and he was showing me this one, and it's great. So what you're going to be doing is doing the running man using the equalizers. So you're going to be up on here, and you're going to be as if you're taking big steps, and you're running. Never touch the ground, though. Running. Go for it. That's for you. Be running. Really get the guys to kick there. You got it. You're doing great. And that's a great abdominal workout. And our camera girl tested this out too, and she loved it. So the next is we're going to be doing basically a choke. It's going to be an aerobic movement like a Taibo, but it also has an application. So let me show you the application. The application would be, let's just say someone's choking you. We'll do it to the front. Let's just do it to the front first, and I'll show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the hands and do that motion. Knee up, just knee. Good. Then you're going to bring the knee down. Knee again. Kick. And now push kick. Or you can vary that up a little bit. So let me show you how that would work. You put you're choking me. So what I'm going to do is, well, slowly pull these down as I knee. Okay. So you go ahead and do that. I will hold this. All right. So I'm choking you, and pull your head down. All right. And now again, knee, 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 knee. And now kick, 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 kick. Really good. So the motion we're going to be doing is this. Is basically it's like a Taibo move. So we're going to be turn around. They're choking you again. And then do the kicks. So you want to go ahead and do that one more time. I'll be choking you. Just don't. And what you're going to be doing is just pulling my hands down, pulling them down on your chest. There you go. And
don't worry, I'm not gonna.
And boom. Right. There you go. Let's do it one more so it's really, really clear how. Okay. So boom. Oh, there you go. I got this. Don't do it like a girl.
I am a girl. Okay.
But this is a moment of someone's trying to hurt you. Yeah. That's good. I like that. There you go.
I'm doing like a girl.
Yeah. Actually, let's repeat this. Good. One more time. I'm choking you. Yes, that's the intensity we want. So when you're doing it, do it like a Taibo move, but with that kind of intensity. Okay? We're going to be doing one more as part of the sport, which is basically a kick defense. Excuse me. While you're doing that, I'm doing the band curls and uppercuts. So I explained it out of order. Not a problem. So while you're defending yourself from the choking, the guy is going to be doing band curls. And notice I have 3 bands on here, so this makes it more difficult. So you're going to be doing band curls, coming up, going down. If this is too easy, you can add on an additional resistance. Or what you can do is spread out your feet a little bit more. That makes it more difficult. You want to keep your abdominals in and your knees bent. We're going to be combining these with doing as many as you can, and then bring it to uppercuts. Ideally, your fist is going to come all the way up to above your head. But depending on the resistance you have, it's going to be coming up as high as you could possibly do it. The sport exercise that we'll be doing as part of the sport is going to be a kick defense. As if someone was kicking you coming in, but we'll be doing it in an aerobic style. The motion will be from here, have your hands up, bring your knee up, and over. Strike. And now you're going to strike low, and now you're going to come up and strike high. You have 2 different options when you're striking. If your flexibility is not as great as or phenomenal, what you might find yourself doing is reversing a little bit where your back is turning to the person. It's not the ideal, but at least get the first strike to the knee where you're facing them, and then get the second one. If you have to turn it a little bit more, so be it, until your flexibility starts to increase. So the motion we'll be doing is going to be bring it over, knock the kick away, strike the person, knee, high, and then we'll turn around and we'll go ahead and do it back. We'll be doing it with both legs, and then we'll also be doing it with the front leg, which is basically the same motion. So you'll be lifting up your knee and bringing it around. So it's going to be bringing it around, and now the same motions again. So let me show you just let's say someone came in, some crazy on the street comes in, and they're trying to kick you for some reason, and they kick in, okay, boom, and now boom, oh, bravo, okay? So we've gone through the exercises. Now we're going to go ahead and do the routine for ourselves. I encourage you to come join us, and thank you.